Candice Lawrence works from home, conceiving and creating her lighting and homeware range. Her small but thriving startup is informed by everyday life, Pinterest and Instagram. But her creations are all her own and inspired by indigenous African culture.
Working from home, isn't it wonderfully convenient?
Yes, it's totally convenient. I get to roll out of bed and just start creating, and it's never a bad thing to have my parents around just to give that extra helping hand when I need it. So definitely working from home has been a blessing.
What motivated you to get into design?
Well, to be honest, my mom and I, we used to watch toppling when I was really young, when I was like 10, 12, 13. And it's actually through toppling that I wanted to specialize in design. I thought I'd be an interior designer or an interior decorator. And it's from there that I actually specialized in studying design at CPUT.
Candice, I have to say, you've really made a statement with your beautiful cylindrical lights. What was the inspiration?
The light behind me was inspired by the Ndebele culture and just other African cultures where I looked very closely at beadwork and just how these layers and layers of beadwork would adorn a woman or a man. And I thought, how could I interpret this into a light fitting? And I was experimenting with wooden rings and some wax thread, and I just started weaving in between the rings to create this sort of necklace structure. And it turned out to be a pretty good design, and there's just something unique and beautiful about it. The light just seems to penetrate the threads in between and just create a beautiful illumination in a space.
Candice explores different production techniques and craft skills. She experiments with the physical and tactile properties of mixed mediums, such as ceramics, wax thread, and plywood offcuts.
So Jade, welcome to my workspace.
What is it about timber that you enjoy working with?
It's a very interesting material. There's always something new popping up. You never have the same finish as the next bowl or the next product.
What are the trends that you're following at the moment?
At the moment, I'm looking at being sustainable and eco-friendly in my products. With my woven lampshades, the wood is recovered from construction sites and the rings are able to flat pack. So that is something I've considered when shipping overseas. And the table was inspired by a trend a couple of years ago where I looked at people communicating on their cell phones and how in the past we used to communicate over a table and we used to speak to each other. And if these tables could hold a story, what would that table look like?
Do you think you could teach me something very basic, some carpentry 101?
I could teach you something basic. We've got to put some safety gear on first.
Getting off the laptop and engaging with material allows innovations that one can only come up with firsthand. Candice keeps it local while still achieving an international appeal.
Hey, well done.
Well, I can't quite put a pencil on it yet, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
The team behind this leading design house support and promote South African artists, manufacturers and craftspeople. Amongst their contributing talents is Wanga Ngwane, whose interest is in designing functional objects, especially with a history that's clearly African.
We are surrounded by some of the greatest designs in the country in the showroom, and here is one of your pieces.
I feel really blessed to have my pieces here because when I was a student, I really enjoyed Oka's work. And to have my piece here, it's such an honor. I really feel like it's an achievement for me.
What inspired this table?
This table was inspired by the Tetris component, of which I call it umoja, which is a Swahili name meaning unity. The whole set comes together to form one unit.
You, of course, were a contestant in season 2 of the reality TV show Winner Home. How did the competition shape you?
Well, I really feel like being on the show has helped me with my career and it has established a platform for me to go forward. My style was very masculine, very industrial, and it lacked that feminine feel to it. And going forward, I've learned to apply that in my designs and in the way that I set up for exhibitions and stuff.
Is that actually also yours?
Yes, this is one of my pieces as well. I call it an Afro stool. It was inspired by the African headrest. They used to carry it, so it became a portable stool as well to sit on.
Known as a chair specialist, Wanga's business also manufactures a range of furniture and accessories. Once again, it's a vehicle to bring our continent's own design tradition to the world.
This is very interesting. What is it though?
This is a sideboard that a user can convert into a TV stand. Jerry just helped us to put on the white legs. How about you help me put on the feature leg at the back here?
Absolutely. I'm starting to get the hang of this DIY thing.
Great stuff. There's a grill here. We have the screws somewhere there.
Got them.
All right, let's just place this right and on spot. There you go.
All right.
You need to exert force when you drill.
There we go.
Here's the second one.
If Wanga's keyhole chair needs neither screws nor glue to remain stable, this design requires so little final assembly, even novices can do it themselves.
There we go.
Yeah, man.
Wanga, this looks great. And the metal and the wood really does work together.
Yeah. Basically, this is my sideboard. I'm inspired by the African headrest from Congo. Hence, I call this the Kufan range.
You actually lectured Candice, who I was with earlier. Have you ever imagined your pieces together?
No, definitely. I mean, collaborating with other designers is always of importance because then it strengthens the product that we're coming up with and it actually complements each other, our styles. So it will be great. Collaborating with her. I really look forward to that. I would love to see what kind of a product we come up with.
And now that I have all this DIY knowledge, maybe I could collaborate with the two of you.
Why not? Yeah.
And by collaboration, I mean keep all the furniture.
Nice try, Jay. Nice try.
Stunning to the eye and working organically with other shapes and textures beneath the skin, Wanga's pieces also share Candice's focus on eco-friendly decor. In an age of computer-assisted design and 3D printing, both of them conceive their own ideas and are entirely hands-on in making them too. Taking problems and creating useful, beautiful solutions out of them is the genius of these artists of the everyday.